The following is a presentation of TFNN. Live at TFNN, the Money Masters.
Let's go to Shiven in Boston. Shiven, what's happening, brother?
I'm watching you both on Tiger TV.
That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, definitely it is. Learning a lot from Tiger.
Now, your Money Masters, Tom O'Brien and Steve Rhodes.
Welcome, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. Appreciate all you tigers and tigresses growling and prowling out here with us. Hope everyone had a great weekend. Of course, let's make it a great week. Right now, we get the Dow down 26. Nasdaq's off 3. S&Ps are off 2. We have gold flat up 80 cents actually at 16.23. Silver's down 6 cents at 28.08. You get bonds up 7 ticks at 149.02, and King Dollar's down 31 ticks at 82.32. And the euro's going to the moon, folks, because all's fine in Euro land. I'm only kidding. Euro's up 76 ticks at 123.65.
Little divergence.
Right now. Oh, let me tell you something.
Little divergence out here.
You know what this is going to be? You know what this is all about, folks?
Baby.
Let me tell you something. You know, folks, the market, if you pay attention to all the markets, and, you know, as we go through all the markets, I mean, this is easier than it looks as long as you go through it. What was screaming, and is screaming, is Asia last night.
Yeah.
Asia got smoked, folks,
Yeah.
okay? And this market's going to get... I don't think we're going to get smoked today, but let me tell you something. We're only down $30 right now. We're going to be down more than that.
Well, the Shanghai is the one that is, has really been, it bounced up last week.
Yeah.
But was just it was really coming into an area where it had broken down on the daily chart.
Right.
And on the weekly chart it says it's got lower to go before it just even completes a single A to B equals CD.
I'm telling you.
So problems over, in Shanghai for sure.
Oh, it's I was looking, so Shanghai, folks, is at 2136. And if we bring this back, I'll just put this on a monthly for a while, just so you can see the dynamic inside it. We're going after the lows that were generated in 08. So this is this is like the NASDAQ in 2000, okay? Went from 6,100 to 2,100. We're at 2136 right now, but you know what? It's not done.
Right.
This thing wants to go after the 1664. Now, that's on a technical basis, but on a fundamental basis. So check this out. They came out with their numbers last night,
yeah,
right?
Yes.
1%.
Yeah.
Export. Folks, 1% export. That's like.
And they were expecting about what, 2.5 or something. I mean, something even small. I mean.
Oh no, they were looking for like 6 to 7.
Oh, were they really?
As a down. They had been growing. They had been pushing out 10 and 11.
Right. I remember they were up to that.
They
yeah,
thought
absolutely.
6 to 7 was the deal.
Okay.
They're in tough shape, folks. It doesn't mean that they're going to croak. Their markets are going to go croak, though, because the bottom line is that if you go from 10% and you come down to 1%, oh my God, you'll think that you just got.
You mean that's not a soft landing?
You put an elephant on top of you, man. Holy cow! And then I was looking. I believe it was either the New York Times or the Wall Street Journal. They had this picture.
Yeah.
This weekend of how they build in China, right? I mean, I have to go to China just to see this because it's like it is like a movie. I mean, I couldn't believe that picture. The picture was like, how can they build like that? I mean, it's beautiful, folks. Well, let's put it this way. I wouldn't want to live there, but it's beautiful looking at. I mean, because it was building on top of building, and it was like, first they had maybe, I don't know, about 200 or 300 buildings that were probably, I don't know, 15, 20 stories. Yeah. Then they had another 200 or 300 buildings that were maybe 40, 50 stories. And it was like, you got to be kidding me, man. They all looked the same. Yeah. But it was like, wow. Yeah. Okay, now you got to fill those up?
Well, I tell you, some of those cities, the population there is pretty incredible.
Oh, there's no doubt.
Big population in some of those cities. Huge. But and a lot of land. I mean, a lot of unused. If you fly over, I mean, it's nothing but land. Right. Other than you come upon these small cities out there.
Really?
But not so small. But I mean, small from a standpoint of everything is really congested.
And that's just like, I guess, us in the 1800s, we go from agriculture into the cities, right? I mean, that's what happened in the United States.
Yeah, for sure.
There's no doubt.
Yeah, for sure. I had the privilege of flying over a couple of them in a hot air balloon.
Did you?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That was, especially because most of the folks down there, You know, whenever we
probably
landed,
thought you were an alien.
Yeah, he did. Absolutely.
Especially with your blonde hair.
There were two guys from Australia.
They say, "Oh man, this guy's from Mars."
Oh my God! But once they start seeing you, everybody's pointing. You know,
I'll
you
tell
can
you.
see. And
man,
yeah.
I'm telling you, if I was Chinese and I saw some blonde-headed, blue-eyed guy coming down from a balloon in the sky, I'd be saying, "Oh man," I'd start praying.
Absolutely.
Oh my God!
I've had that question more than once. What are you doing here?
I bet you have. I bet you have. No doubt. Let's go to. Oh, look, we get our man Rick from British Columbia. Hey, Rick, what's going on, brother?
I guess Merkel's coming to Canada here today or tomorrow, I heard. I don't know if she's looking for some natural resources or what she's trying to do, but
she's trying to get you guys to buy euros. Trade your Canadian dollars for euros. He's actually probably trying to get some money for that European Financial Instability Fund right now.
Yeah, totally.
Two retailers are coming out with earnings this week. TJX, which is one of the strongest retailers.
Yeah.
Looks very extended to me, but do you think it can still go higher? I mean, it looks to me like it maybe could even go to 47 yet, but you think this thing's finished?
Well, you get TJX, and
it's had one heck of a run.
It has.
I mean, really, for a retailer,
yeah.
I mean, this thing has done well.
You know, to me, the first vol that is like, okay, there's a seller, really has to do with that May 18th. You know, May 18th. When you're looking at this, folks. Okay, so what happens is this:
it's not that big of a hit if it can hold that area. You know, I mean, you're looking at $39, so it's not
It's
still
not
12% or so, but
that's right. But
that's nothing compared to the run it had, right?
Yeah, so far. But if it busts through that area, that's where you start really running into trouble,
right?
Because then it takes a 50% or more haircut.
Okay, so that one looks real clean. I see what you're saying, $39.40. What about Walmart?
Boy, that is a beauty.
Walmart has taken, well, it's going to get interesting here, you see, because the number on Walmart, and this is a big number, is I think it's $72.50. So watch how this works, folks, because there's going to be a huge amount of information. No, it's 70.25. So the way this works, Walmart's been in a consolidation since 99.
Yes.
All right? It overtook the swing point of 99, and it took it out with volume, folks, okay? So that's saying that, hey...
Weekly, daily, monthly, the whole thing.
That's saying, hey, bottom line, Walmart can go to 100, I think,
$102 is the
A to B equals C to D.
That's right.
Now, that's the positive side. The negative side is that when you're in a consolidation period, and in this case it's that long, if in fact that slides under 70.25, then get out of the way. Then, this is what's so bizarre about that, folks, is that if it slides underneath that, well, you know what? It's going back into the consolidation, which is just like, oh man, really? Yeah. So.
Yeah, you put it on a 2-year monthly, and you're right. It did a nice little ABC up. The swing being around $48 or whatever there last August. That's the 8 point, sorry. And then it did an ABC. It's kind of, I think, looks like, I don't have the exact numbers, but it looks like it's done at least a 1-to-1 ABC up.
No, you can make the case. I understand. What Rick's talking about is this, folks. You can see, the actual swing point, is going back to 1999, which is a 72.5. I believe what the case that Rick can make, and he absolutely can make, is this. The last swing point out here in 2008, we had 560 million, and it did only take that one out with 229. That's why I'm watching it so closely.
Yeah.
But that wasn't the swing high, and what ended up happening is that it couldn't handle it the first time, so it came back underneath it again. So, then you can make the case that, okay, it's going to be a tight one, man.
Why don't you teach Rick and the listeners what you taught me about a stock when it's in a consolidation phase this long,
right?
And you break out of it, how you can figure out what that price projection is, even outside of the A to B equals C.
That's right.
Because it's kind of a nuance that I don't know that you've really shared with too many. Is that okay to give away some of your secrets?
No, absolutely. And
okay.
So what happens, folks, is that another way of doing this, which seems pretty consistent, okay, is that you just take the top of the consolidation, which is 725, and you just you take the bottom of it, and the bottom of it is 42. So
just take that dollar difference.
You just take that $30 and you add it to the top.
Yeah,
I know.
Which is another cool way to actually do it, Rick. You should test that out too.
Right.
Some of your stuff.
Yeah.
Right on, guys.
Cooking, brother.
Take care.
Have a great one. Have a safe one. And what that's from, folks, and you know, it's...
Which is great.
No,
and it's really good to be able to take a look at it, too, especially when you've got something... Now, it doesn't matter that we're looking at a monthly chart here. When you're looking at anything that's consolidated, any time frame, it is one of the other ways for you to be able to benchmark...
It is.
You know...
It is.
An expansion.
It is.
If you get above a swing point. With volume.
That's right. Or a contraction.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
both
exactly.
ways, which is really cool, folks. The thing, you know, the thing that's so neat is that it's all numbers, and I think the world's all numbers anyway. Do you know what I mean? But what tends to happen, like the way I found that one out, it was just doing so many trades, and you know, to just be in front of the screen so many times. So, and what you try to do is what I try to do is just find faster ways that are common sense to me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if you're moving, that's kind of how it works. And then where the mystery lies, okay, which is so cool, is like, how does it work?
I know, because we tested that out here, because we said, okay, if it busts through it, here's the consolidation range, and then we drew the A to B equals CD, and it kept the same price. I was kind of like, oh, that's really cool.
I know. It's like, okay, how does that, because that what does happen there, folks, A to B equals C to D is the same as the top of the consolidation to the bottom when you're adding it on.
Yeah. That is cool.
I think... I could definitely come back as a physicist next time, I think. I don't know. Sometimes I think about that.
I need some more genes.
But no, well, I probably do too. But sometimes I think, you know, do you ever sometimes when you think too much, sometimes if I think too much, my mind feels like it's going to blow off. But you know what ends up happening? I got to calm myself down, because it's like I just get too high.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like my mind just keeps going. It's like, oh no, I got to calm down for a second.
I just think the business, the industry that we're in, you know, where everybody's kind of searching for that holy grail,
right?
And you know, to me, it's always interesting to continue to read up on the subject matter.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's great to just try to understand what's really going on in the universe.
Right.
You know, which is all math as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Trying to apply that and using today's technology to apply it back to charts to understand, you know, when you have certain turns in the marketplace. I mean, you know, you take a look at the new moon, full moon phases,
right?
You know, over the last several months, and you've got turn dates that are happening, you know.
Right on.
Yeah.
Wow.
And in the case of, you know, the worst news or whatever was going on, everything that's pushed out there, it doesn't matter what kind of meetings, EC, doesn't matter what people are saying.
I know.
How these things have worked, and you're like, how does that work? But yet, you know, it's all about emotion. It's all about the herd, the emotion, and everything that's going on out there. So,
well, there's and there's no doubt, I would say that every day the world gets smaller, and every day you get to understand that, you know what, we as citizens of the world, folks, okay, are where it's at to get jobs going. That's not the politicians.
That's for sure.
It is not.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Don't bank on that, okay? Bank on getting up in the morning, having a good time, and getting out there working. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien, appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us. Right now we get the Dow down 34, Nasdaq's off 7, S&Ps are off $1.50. We're going to be right back.
Kate Stalter's exciting newsletter, Low Priced Leaders, has just launched, and now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial. Every Wednesday afternoon, Kate sends out her weekly newsletter to her subscribers, where she focuses on small cap stocks with market caps under $2 billion, as well as low-priced equities with share prices ranging from $5 to $12. Kate tracks a variety of stocks with a combination of strong technical support and solid fundamentals. Many of the stocks featured will be recent IPOs. These newer issues are often some of the biggest price gainers in the market and provide an excellent opportunity for substantial gains if timed correctly. You can catch Kate Stalter live on Tiger TV with her small cap roundup every Tuesday and Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, and visit TFNN.com right now to get your 2-week free trial to her brand new newsletter, Low Priced Leaders, while locking in the low introductory monthly rate of only $37.50 per month, almost a 50% discount. Act now.
With the launch of Tiger TV, TFNN has brought our programming to the next level. With Tiger TV, you can gain access to each host's charts and computer screens as they host their daily stock program. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Ken Shreve, Kate Stalter, David White, Larry Pesavento, Victor Jones, or Terrell Martin, you can catch all of our technicians hosting their programs live and archived on Tiger TV for your viewing pleasure 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you haven't checked out Tiger TV, then visit TFNN.com and see what you're missing.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investment strategy. You're always looking for the next trading opportunity to magnify your perspective. Direction Shares connects sophisticated traders with a powerful array of ETFs from a wide range of asset classes. The markets may go up and down, and you want tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen, live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den, absolutely free, for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
Millionaires are made every day. The fact is, living your dreams is possible. Someone, somewhere is going to get rich. My recommendation is, let that be you. Each day, someone is making the decision to better themselves and creating a plan to fulfill their financial dreams. Let that be you. The key to turning dreams into reality is to take massive action. Let that be you. I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of the Money Master Show with Tom O'Brien, seen daily at TFNN, and I can help you with your journey to great wealth. I'll show you how to create the ultimate financial edge, a set of tools, insights, and strategies that are part of my daily newsletter service, Mastering Probability. You'll have direct access to me by phone, email, and my private library of trading and investing secrets for 30 days with an unconditional money-back guarantee. I'll take your trading to the next level. Click on my name, Steve Rhodes, on the homepage at TFNN.com and turn your dreams into reality. Mastering Probability, folks. Let that be you.
This segment is brought to you by Goldfields. For more information, just click the Goldfields banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. Appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us. Right now, we have the Dow down 40, Nasdaq's off 8, S&Ps are off 4, and it looks like this contract right now, someone had hit it about 20 minutes ago, and I suspect what we're going to see, let me get this up, is that she's going to, okay, ESU2, 1 second, index. Yeah, it's going to get interesting here, because the hit looks to me like she's going to come right in right now. The first hit was 54,000 contracts. And what happens, folks, is that doesn't happen once. So she's going to come into the swing point. We got a high volume low out there at the 1392. Yeah. So we get action, Jackson. Let's go to John in Philly. Hey, John, what's going on?
Tommy, good morning to you and Steve both.
What's happening, man? How you been?
I've been very well.
How's that great city of yours?
Thanks for always doing this.
How's that city of yours?
You know, excellent.
Cool, man.
Are you born and raised in Philly?
You know, Steve, I was actually born and raised like yourself in the Midwest. So like you, I was transplanted out of there to someplace else.
Oh, okay, good.
We've got that in common.
Okay.
Hey, Tommy, I wanted to ask you this. Do you see a low-risk short in bonds in here, and if so, at what price?
No, I don't.
Tell me about it.
I just, what we had last week is that they rejected, the 30-year rejected the 147.10. It never even made it to the swing low. The breakout, well, the breakout, not the swing low, but really where it sounded some trades was 146.29. So saying, hey, I mean, today's the day, too, because we're at 149.04. All it has to do is get back inside 149.08, and we'll see the high get tested again. Now
that you mentioned that, Tommy, let me ask you this. If in fact you fail to get over that swing low and get back inside the range, as you call it, what does that say to you if that happens?
It would just have to build more cars.
Okay, fair enough.
See, this is the reason, too. I have this up on a 10-minute 4-day right now, and this is what you have. When we came off the bottom on the 9th of August, right, you can see the acceleration up. The acceleration up was intense, okay? We got to 147.23 with 27,000 contracts on the 10-minute. When we came back down, we only came back down with 3,000 contracts.
Right.
So it's 3,000 to 27. It's like, that's pretty intense, man.
Excellent. Hey, thanks so much for those eyeballs. I appreciate it.
Cooking, brother. Have a great one. Have a safe one. The amazing thing, there's no doubt. I mean, when you look at bonds, it's like, how does this work? And you know what? They want to go, it's going to be less expensive. You can get down to zero. That's
as far as rates are concerned.
Yeah, which is insane. I know that's insane, but that's what's happening. And that's where, folks, what ends up happening is that you have to dislocate your own head versus the supply and demand when you're looking at the chart. You absolutely have to.
Yes.
Because it's like, this doesn't make any sense. Now, what does... the fundamental deal, before I understood that, makes sense also, because if you haven't heard this before, what ends up happening, folks, is that until December 31st of this year, what ends up happening is that there are commercial accounts that you can put money in and be protected more than $250,000,
right,
and they buy the bond. So as soon as that came into fruition, too, I realized that, okay, now what's going to be interesting is that if, in fact, that gets extended, because we're coming up on it. I mean, that's not that far away.
Yes.
And if it doesn't get extended, there's going to be a lot of movement around because it's going to be like, okay,
as far as where to be parking your cash.
Yeah. See, right? Yeah, there's no doubt. Yes, so gonna be a wild one.
Oh, baby.
Here comes the next leg down, folks. Okay, you got the first one hit. We're at 51 right now. See, it's not going to take. After Asia last night, this is basically screaming that, okay, will we get any juice on the way down? So we certainly didn't get any juice on the way up. And right now, it doesn't look like we're getting any juice on the way down either.
No.
We're only at 100 million on the NYSE.
No.
So that would mean that you have to expand. Oh, but see, the NASDAQ, well, that's close. The NASDAQ is close. It's the Russell 2000 that is toast. Get the peanut butter and jelly out and cream cheese, man. Yeah, see that? Totally, man. Do you like cream cheese?
Who doesn't?
I know. I love
That's a dangerous thing.
Oh, listen to this. For all you John was just talking about the Midwest. You guys in the Midwest, let me tell you something. I got another new business.
Okay.
Folks, you got to picture something. When I come back, we'll talk about this because you got to picture something. We're on one of the most beautiful beaches in the world, and particularly growing up in the food business, I want to open a stand on every corner down here.
Oh,
but I have the product, and it's from the Midwest.
Oh, I love it.
Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien, all you Tigers and Tigresses, you stay right there, folks. We're coming right back.
Would you like a personal update from Tom O'Brien as to what equities he's trading and what his daily trading plan is before the market opens each morning? Every market day, Tom O'Brien sends out his daily newsletter, Market Insights, to hundreds of subscribers that rely on his daily recommendations when it comes to navigating these highly volatile markets we're dealing with. As recently as May 21st, Market Insights subscribers closed out all 5 open positions for a combined profit of over 68% in one day. Profits ranged from 6.5% to over 24%, and all of these trades had been been initiated within the previous 30 days. Now is the perfect time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's explosive trading newsletter, Market Insights, an $85 value. Tom breaks down the market each morning with his Market Take and provides trade recommendations including precise stops and target profit zones, leaving nothing left to guessing. Log on to tfnn.com today and sign up for your 2-week free trial. Make sure you're a subscriber the next time Market Insights subscribers close out multiple winning trades. Take action and sign up for your free trial today. If you're an investor looking for a great weekly investment newsletter, then now is the perfect time to try out Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Every Tuesday, Ken breaks down multiple sectors in his weekly newsletter, Ultimate Growth Stocks, with a full in-depth report including specific trading recommendations within his model portfolio, charts, sector analysis, upcoming economic data, along with intra-week trading updates on newsletter positions whenever the market dictates. Right now, you can receive a full month, that's 30 days, to evaluate Ken's newsletter free of charge to see if it fits your trading plan. At less than $75 per month, Ken provides you with his expert trading advice that can pay for itself in no time. Take advantage of this great offer by signing up for a 30-day free trial to Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks today. Don't let this offer pass you by. Visit the front page of tfnn.com and sign up now.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Smith Barney. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportion of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney believes that a carefully selected portfolio can lower volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what asset allocation and a Morgan Stanley Smith Barney financial advisor can do for you. Call Angela O'Brien, First Vice President and Certified Financial Planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC. Member SIPC.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of tfnn.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
This segment is brought to you by Crocodile Gold. For more information, just click the Crocodile Gold banner on the front page of tfnn.com.
Welcome back, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. I appreciate you growling, prowling out here with us. So,
now, Nico, turn off TFNN if you're listening.
No bread with it.
Yeah,
I think we're going to eat sausages, right? So, I have this friend, folks, that's from Milwaukee, right? And he comes over my house, and he brings this bratwurst, right?
Yeah.
That's what you call it, right?
Bratwurst, yeah.
Now, you got to picture something, folks. When I was a kid, I had the sausage stands, hot dog stands, and all that. So the sausage stands were always good money, big time, right? So now you get a picture. Every time we're right down the street from Clearwater Beach. So every time I look, I say, "Oh man, I'd love to sell at every corner."
Yeah,
right?
For sure.
Well, bottom line, inside these bratwurst, right? They had like a cheddar cheese and a jalapeno. I mean, I've never had anything this good in my life.
Oh, that is great.
And I'm saying to Bob, hey, we got to get these things. We got to open stands all over the world.
Yeah.
He's sitting there laughing, right? You know what I mean? You got to picture something. This guy, folks, owns 10,000 apartments. I'm telling him we're going to sell sausages, right? No, it's hilarious, right? So he's laughing. But the bottom line, I am not kidding, folks. It is the best sausage I've ever had. Now, I gotta find
I don't know what the contents are in a brat.
Right,
but it is absolutely great.
But it was amazing.
And now my preference would be, having a bratwurst over a hot dog any day of the week.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and I was telling you, I used to use some spicy mustard with it.
Right.
Man, that's great.
Forget it, right?
Yeah.
I'm hungry.
So I don't know what's inside them. I just know they taste great. So I don't need to know what's inside them.
No, totally.
But I can imagine with the cheese and the jalapenos, that would be.
Oh, there it is. Okay, bratwurst equals pork and secret spices. Yeah,
okay.
It is definitely. Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
That's. My God.
It's a business, baby.
Oh, it's a great business, too. It absolutely is, man.
Breakfast with Tommy.
Not like cooking, man. Totally. Okay, so we got a seller in the S&P, folks, okay? They've come in 3 times thus far. And this is where this gets interesting. The reason I'm saying that it gets interesting is this, folks, that when you see a large seller like this, there's plenty of players in the marketplace, but this has an identification. See, the first one came in 54,000 contracts. The second one came in with 48,000 contracts. That's right within a 10-minute period. That won't end. They're going to drive this down and see if they get any more sellers down at the $13.95 level, which you're only $2 away from.
Yeah.
So what happens at highs or lows like that? The reason they want to drive it down there, they want to see if anyone is underneath that.
Yes.
And if there is, they'll drive it further.
Yeah.
So when you line that up with what we had in Asia last night, it just lines up really nice. See, what do we have? What happened with the Dow? Is that the UK came off the highs, right? That's interesting. The FTSE.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's starting to turn. So we had a heck of an Olympics, didn't we?
Yeah, it was great Olympics, great stories out there.
It was amazing.
A lot of inspiration.
Oh, huge, man. Huge.
Good for everyone.
Yeah. Oh, big time. When you see those young athletes and what they do, oh my God.
Yeah. Well, this morning I was opening up the show. I was really talking about success,
right.
And then what success mean to everybody. Right. And the reality is that what I want people to understand, because sometimes we just take things for granted,
right.
is that success is nothing more than a whole bunch of failures that led up to it.
That's right.
And you take a look at each one of those great stories and everything they have to overcome. So when you're trading and you're in an area here where you're not having this success, oftentimes people will turn back. So it doesn't matter whether it's trading or investing or something else in life. And if you want to learn from anything from these athletes,
right.
They just simply overcome those hurdles. They go around those hurdles.
They shake it off.
And they realize that's what failure, even the fastest man in the world, right?
Right.
Usain Bolt, right?
Yeah.
He lost a couple races. He had to go back.
Yeah.
So, all successes, that's why I want to be, people that understand that actually embrace failure because they're not trying for it.
Right.
But when it happens, they don't let that stop them from doing what they're going to do.
Right. That's really cool.
And that's what I love so much about the Olympics or any of those stories where you find people that have just simply overcome, amazing things. And, I shared a story with folks this morning about a guy in Detroit, a musician in Detroit.
Okay.
From back in the 70s, probably the greatest folk rock musician legend that never was.
Okay.
And a guy named Rodriguez.
Okay.
And and his story was this: he had a couple of guys that heard him in a place called the Sewer, of all places, in Detroit.
Okay.
And said, "Hey, we want to turn you into this big star."
Right.
And he was afraid to go in front of an audience. So when he was playing the Sewer, he wasn't really, a big crowd or anything like that. But his lyrics are so amazing. The lyrics in his songs. Anyways, these guys take him. They're going to make this big recording label or what have you. They end up going bankrupt. He ends up saying there was a failure. Okay, and he goes on into the construction business for 30 years.
Really?
Well, his music somehow gets over into South Africa. I don't even know if Basil might even know. But so during the apartheid time, his music becomes folklore. Becomes larger than the Beatles, larger than Elvis, larger than anything out there.
That is so cool.
And there were a couple of guys that wanted to find. The story was that he had committed suicide on stage somewhere, and somebody wanted to find out, some background about it. They wanted to do these guys actually, a couple of guys that wanted to do a movie on him. These guys are months and months and months and all kinds of money into creating this movie with the assumption that he committed suicide. and they put out some stuff on the internet. Yeah, they put out some stuff on the internet, and his daughter got in touch, saw this somehow on the internet. Said, "No, he's not dead. Yeah, he's right. He's right here.
Oh,
so imagine these guys are they're creating this documentary. Well, it actually got better than that because when these guys got in touch with him, he's like, no, it can't be. Yeah, you're bigger than Elvis. You're a legend. You got to come over here.
Wow.
And so now, can you imagine? This is 30 years of his life, and music. That was his whole passion.
Right.
Okay. But now, 30 years later, he's on a stage in South Africa.
Playing.
I heard that the sounds that came out of the Olympic arena this weekend, with when Germany was winning races,
yes.
Was just incredible. Well, it was like a similar type thing,
Isn't that
and
cool?
you hear that story, you listen to that story, it just brings a tear to your eye.
Oh, it does.
It just tells you, don't give up.
Yeah, right.
Sometimes success just takes a little longer down the journey.
Exactly. No, there's no doubt, man. There's no doubt.
So that's what I loved about the Olympics. It just takes all those stories and just reminds you.
It does.
Of just simply punching through.
Yeah. And that's what life's about. Life's a mystery to be lived, not a problem to be solved.
Yeah.
It's and if you can take that, folks, what ends up happening, we're all curious, I think, about, okay, what is it? You know what I mean? We always look at the bigger picture. But the journey,
it's like you and I, we don't understand. Yeah, it's like you and I, we don't understand the physics behind things, and you came across that documentary on string theory, what have you. And so, to me, it's so interesting. I wish it is. It's almost, for me, it's so interesting. How do these guys have such an intellect?
I know.
To understand that. They're just
seriously.
Man, how do you?
That's cool. I'm with you. But some of those formulas on Nova, they really spin you. It's like, how does your head even get to that point? You know what I mean? Unreal.
But there's people, we talk about retracements or ABCs or swing points, what have you. And so there's folks that start listening, and that sounds just as foreign to them.
I'm with you.
But yet it's so much a part of our nature now.
Right. There's no doubt.
So.
The finance business is a different language. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
877-927-6648. So, the
Dow, you've only got two stocks positive now. You got Walt Disney and Kraft Foods. Otherwise, I don't know who's leading this down, but you got all these swing points out here that you've had closing on Friday, closing on the weekly chart inside either May 1st,
I know.
April 2nd, lighter volume. Okay, what are you going to do here?
Right. Yeah, because there's no doubt what Steve's talking about, folks. I mean, the way that we close is like, hey, man, the S&P wanted to go tag that 130, 141, but it didn't make it.
Yeah.
It's just like, okay, so today's a huge day, folks, because even on a weekly, it would still have to come back quite a bit. But if the SPY gets into 139.64, it's going to basically say it all. So it's going to be watching this baby shake out. Now, inside the Dow, you get DuPont is the weakest out there. Yeah, so see, that's a dead cat bounce too. DuPont it's only off 58 bucks, but 58 cents rather. But what you do have is that you have, if I bring this back 4 years, I believe it's just, you can see it's screaming. DuPont, has that high volume on the way down, and it's screaming that it wants to go back down there again. So the gold contract, now this is where it's going to get really, to me, it's going to get interesting, and this is what it is, folks. Gold hasn't been able to break up nor break down.
Right.
And it's really, it hasn't given enough information each and every time. What happens, folks, is this: is that as you go into the highs and go into the lows, normally it will release more information, and it really hasn't. It hasn't. The equities themselves
gotten really tight. Short, just for a small period of time, but it's gotten really tight.
Oh, it is. It gets tighter and tighter. Now the equities. When I look at the XAU and the HUI, that wants to go hit the highs. So there's little divergence inside that whole deal, because if we take a look at it, the XAU and the HUI they're a lot higher, and thus far this morning we've failed the small swing point. So
and the XAU actually it's made a Gartley sell pattern.
Okay.
I pointed out in my newsletter this morning.
Interesting.
It made an ABCD. It made a Gartley sell pattern.
Yeah.
So you got the gold silver index.
16.5. Interesting. Yeah. 16.6, 16.5. Yep. No, I see what you're looking at. Right.
Yeah. Now you got gold obviously priced in dollars. Okay.
Yeah.
So and King dollar's on its move up.
Right.
Okay, because they're not going to fix the whole euro thing for a while.
No doubt.
Okay.
Right.
And so how do you see a disconnect?
I think
between the dollar and gold. What is it? I mean, can you come up with some ways where?
Yeah, no. I can see the aspect that what you have is that in euro dollars, folks. Okay, we're almost at highs. We're 70 euros off the high.
Okay.
So the Europeans are cashing in, and they want demand in that gold.
Yes,
that's the first part. Now the second part, this gets really interesting. So check this out. This is the new movement. The new movement. Zambia started it. Now, let's see, there's another country in Africa that's happening. And what they've done is this. They've made the U.S. dollar illegal.
Okay.
So check this out. This is intense, folks, okay? Because this is how strong the U.S. dollar actually is. They don't want businesses, including mining companies, to use the U.S. dollar in any transactions. Yeah. So what they're trying to do, this is about total control, okay? So because if you control the money, you control everything.
Yes.
Excuse me. So what has happened is that when I saw that just tells me how strong the power of the dollar is and how strong the power of gold is going to continue to be.
Yeah, okay.
So both of those, one's the fiat currency, of course, and one is real.
Yes.
But both of those look to me like they're going to be accelerating. And it has to do with political, it has to do with control, it has to do with all of the above.
Yeah.
Because picture something.
So that makes sense. You want to at least have two strong currencies.
Yeah.
One that you're able to easily use on the streets.
Right. Well,
and one that you've got there as a.
Think about this.
Yeah.
Depending on how long you've been in the gold market, or if you're on the gold market, right, folks. What the fearmongers inside the gold market would always say is that, hey, the government's going to take away your gold.
Yes. Right. Right.
So now picture something. Of course, I was never on that camp. That happened in the 30s, though. But the bottom line is that I figure we're all too smart for that now. Okay. But anyway. If you bring that one more step forward, though, right, the governments are saying, I'm taking away U.S. dollars.
Yes.
They're not saying they're taking away their gold,
Right.
So what does that say? That says, okay, that the U.S. dollar is really king, okay? Yeah. And what all currencies really are, folks, is what can you buy with them? What's left, okay?
Yeah.
So it's pretty wild, man. I mean, it's... I'd like to really figure out...
You put silver in that camp, too?
I think silver will go higher. I don't put it in the same camp, but silver will go higher. Yeah. Silver will go higher, I think, more so that there's so many different things that can be done with silver.
Yeah. No, but we haven't talked about platinum much. Platinum...
This is what I would do with platinum. I love platinum. And platinum, folks, is going to be the name of the game to get rid of all the poison in China. That's my larger take on it.
Okay. And so being used in an industrial sense?
To clean up the environment.
Okay.
To clean up the environment. And what you have, and this is kind of interesting where I'm coming from that, too, because depending on, how long you've been around this world, this beautiful world, when I was a kid growing up in Boston, what used to happen is at the electric plant, right?
Yeah.
We would get up in the morning. So pictures, we would get up in the morning, and our cars, right? Well, I didn't even have a car then. I was 6 or 7 years old.
Yeah.
But we would come out, everything would be black.
Yeah.
There were ashes this big on cars, like 5 or 6 inches, folks. It was like disgusting.
Okay. So that's what they're experiencing over in China?
Yeah. And that's what the pollution is. We have pollution everywhere.
Okay.
I mean, they just throw stuff out. So I saw the change happen in the United States, okay? Because now that's, it took 40, 50 years. Now, the biggest metal that can help that is platinum.
Okay.
Platinum is the one metal that, as they would put inside those huge plants, as they'd put inside, of course, cars run the deal.
Yeah.
So, on a longer basis, that's it. Platinum still looks like it wants to go a little bit lower, though. I wouldn't be buying it right now.
Yeah.
Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien, appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us. We get the Dow right now down 58, NASDAQ off 12, S&P's off 4.5. We're going to be right back, folks.
Are you looking for a precision edge in the market? Something that can stack the odds in your favor? Then look into Larry Pesavento's new trading newsletter, Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind. In each weekly issue, Larry explains what's going to happen in the markets based on the pattern he sees developing and gives you actionable trade ideas based on those patterns. Plus, you'll get his detailed analysis on a variety of markets and sectors, including stocks, treasury bonds, the gold market, oil, the dollar, the forex market, and more. And you'll get the Technical Corner segment, which is a short but powerful weekly training session on trading. You'll get access to all the patterns Larry is seeing in the markets, plus the Astro Harmonics and powerful Bradley stock market model that Larry utilizes for less than $5 a day. An extremely potent combination that will give you just the edge you've been looking for. Try Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind absolutely free for 2 weeks. Go to tfnn.com and click on the free trial link at the top of the page. That's an $85 value, yours free when you register right now. Get Larry's Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind and get the edge you've been looking for.
In just December of last year, the price of gold was down over 10%. In today's highly volatile gold market, you need someone in your corner that understands the complex relationships that exist within the price of gold, as well as within a variety of gold equities. Whether it's the South African gold miners and knowing how the Rand-dollar relationship will affect their bottom line, or understanding how John Paulson's $5 billion trade in the GLD can move the market, Tom O'Brien gives you the direction you need to become a better trader each week in his newsletter, The Gold Report. With over 20 individual equities covered and almost another 20 on the potential watch list each week, in addition to covering the XAU, HUI, GLD, and dollar, The Gold Report is a great source for any trader that is looking to be diversified in today's volatile gold market. For your 30-day free trial to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report, log on to tfnn.com today. Don't miss out on this great offer. Act now. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to tfnn.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Time is the great equalizer of all mankind. Time doesn't care about winners or losers, who succeeds or fails. Time only cares that you played the game. Question: are you playing the money game? Is your money working as hard for you as you are for it? I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, a daily trading and investment newsletter service, and we're celebrating our 1-year anniversary. In year 1, we generated a 30% profit. Plus, I provided 26 hours of live coaching to my clients. My daily newsletter service is available by 8 a.m. each day and covers the stock, futures, currency, and commodity markets, along with all the current patterns that you can trade. Each newsletter is packed with education, and it's yours for as little as $3 per day. And for the next 30 days, you can try it risk-free. Click on my name, Steve Rhodes, on the homepage of tfnn.com and begin your journey to great wealth today. If you're waiting for a better tomorrow, remember this: today's tomorrow will soon be yesterday, and your clock is ticking. Mastering Probability. Now is your time.
Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. Appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us. Right now, you get the Dow off 67, Nasdaq's down 14. You get the S&P's off 5.75.
With the King being down 21 ticks.
Yeah, and you know that King, folks. If that King wakes up, get out of the way. So we get 8,000 contracts right now. Well, it'll be interesting. You know, she came off the bottom. But she's going to need more juice than that. You know, she hit that 82.28. We'll see whether she can get going. Isn't that interesting, though, about the government still making the dollar illegal?
Yeah, for sure.
folks, so picture something.
Must be a huge black market for dollars over there.
Well, no, they put you in jail for 10 years.
It was like the same thing when I went over to Russia right after Perestroika.
Oh, yeah.
And, the trading of dollars for rubles was illegal.
Right.
Yeah, when I went down to the black markets, it was all over the place.
Was it?
Yeah.
I was wondering about that.
It was.
Because
you can make something illegal. But all it does is creates creates a larger market out there.
That's right. If the folks just say, see you later, see you don't want to be it. Because
people wanted dollars. I was walking around buying stuff with dollars, and it didn't matter what the price was.
Right.
People wanted those dollars. Plus, from a trading standpoint, so when you were buying things at the black market,
right,
the dollar was just worth more because of just simply the ability for them to be able to get it inside their currency to be able to trade.
Oh,
you know what I mean? So
yes, I do.
Came back with a lot of nice caviar.
I bet. Well, right now it's a 10-year sentence. Now they have it. This just happened. See, this is going to be a new deal, and this has to do. It's always has to do with politicians in control, because what happens is that if they can use their own currency, then they can basically inflate the heck out of their currency again. You know what I mean? And take everyone's money.
Sure.
That's what it comes down to. So.
Yeah,
it's wild, man. I'm telling you. I'd love to. What I love seeing how economies move. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I remember when Thailand is one of the coolest economies I saw move, because I get up at 3 in the morning, and I was out so far that they have all the women do all the business in Thailand.
Okay.
All the trading.
Okay.
And when you see the whole thing start, I was just picturing that's how it must have been 150 years ago, and I'm going back 30, 40 years when I was there.
Yeah.
But that's how it must have been in the United States at one point. You know what I mean? Little by little, you're bartering. Well, you're not bartering. You're trading everything. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you bring it back to other distribution points and, move it out. It's pretty cool, man. Right? No doubt.
It is.
So, S&Ps, they continue to hit them, folks. We got into this 1995. Now, they're going to have to... Let's see. They're going to have to need some big volume in order to break this down at this point. We'll see whether... Okay, so we got... Look at that, 1395.75. Well, what time is it? You got... Let's see.
So 11 o'clock.
Yeah, so they're going to have the juice. They're going to have the juice there. You got 3 minutes to 11, right?
Yeah.
So you already have 33,000 contracts. They're going to whack it again. So that baby's got to get into this 1393. That's the next stop. So, and right as of yet, though, we still have no juice on the downside. But plenty of time left, meaning for that to accelerate up. What does happen is this too. I've seen many times that when you just make that U-turn, the volume doesn't necessarily have to expand just on the U.
Okay.
But as they say, if you get the U, but once you get down, like a picture if you're driving, folks, just a U upside down. But once you get down to 3/4 of that end of that U,
that's where you need to start getting some acceleration.
You need. If you don't get the acceleration, you'll come right back up the other way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you stay right there, folks, because
we got Basil coming up next.
Beautiful.
We got Basil, then we go out to Larry Pesavento, Daryl Martin from 1 to 2, David White back here 2 to 3, Ken Shreve out in California, and you from 4 to 6.
Beautiful thing.
It is.
Have a great one, folks. Have a safe one.